Hey everyone, it's Mike, and today we have a special episode of What's on the Table, as it is the 299 follower subscriber giveaway announcement. Why 299? Well, with myself included, that makes the famous 300. I won't say the words, but they're probably going through your head right now, but you all are my chosen army, and yeah, so this is not quite Thermopylae or anything like that, but I've been doing this channel for about a year and a half now, and I wanted to do just a nice little giveaway to thank everyone who has supported me along the way. So it really does mean a lot to me. So I'm going to give away 2 games, and just a couple of things that go with that. So these are games from my personal collection. Bayonets and Tomahawks was never played. Dark Summer I played once, but they're both in excellent condition. So if the idea of a game that, winning a game that's not in shrink wrap is somewhat off-putting to you, I understand. I would just ask that you don't enter the contest. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to post this video today or tomorrow, which will be the 8th or the 7th or the 8th of October. And I will let the contest run for approximately 2 weeks. So I come back from vacation 2 weeks from today, so that's as good a time as any. So here's what you got to do if you want to enter. Be a subscriber, and then leave a comment on this video, just with something you enjoyed, a video series that you liked, or something you want to see more of, like whether it's a game or a specific series or something, just so I can kind of have an idea of what you guys are interested in. Let's see. I consulted with my attorney. You can see her over there. She's hard at work. I consulted with her, and she advised me to say that I will not offer any sort of cash equivalents or anything like that. I will ship internationally if you win, because many of my followers, I understand, don't live in the United States, and oftentimes you guys have, supported me the most. So I will ship internationally. However, I do reserve the right to ship it as slowly and cheaply as possible, just because international shipping is, frankly, the rates are disturbing, to say the least. So, again, just to be clear, I will ship internationally, but I'm going to find the slowest boat in the cheapest possible way. And that's probably still going to cost me an arm and a leg. So I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything like that, but I just want to be upfront and transparent, because I do want to include everyone overseas, but I'm not looking to pay an arm and a leg. I think I did a quote for someone for A Time for Trumpets to send it to the UK, and I think I was looking at like $80. So basically what I'm going to do is, when I come back from vacation, I'm just going to take all of the comments, give everyone a number, and then just hit a random number generator twice. And the first person will get Bayonets and Tomahawks, and the second person will get the Dark Summer. Okay, so I hope you guys are excited about that. They're both recent GMT releases, so I know a lot of people really like these games. So let's take a quick look at what I've been playing. And if you notice, this is an empty table. I have some stuff down there. But I don't know. I have, and I've talked about this before, I have this thing in my head where, well, I can probably only game usually for 45 minutes to an hour at a time. So while I can play, longer games, if I go a couple days without playing them, I kind of come back and I'm like, what's going on, And I end up putting the games away because I either lose track of where I am, or I lose interest, or something else just seems more enticing. Trying to think of a name for this specific syndrome, but I can't. So anyway, this is what I've been kind of kicking around, and I'll show you on the other table I have something else set up. Well, I'm in the process of getting set up. So here I have Gathering Storm, prequel to A World at War, and Waterloo 1815, Fallen Eagles. That's the first in Hexasim's Eagles series. So I've really been on a grand strategy World War II kick. I love World in Flames, and the only reason that I haven't set up World in Flames on this table yet is, one, I'm planning on taking it to Compass Expo, so I don't want to set something up and then just tear it down a month later. And, based on what I just told you about only being able to play 45 to an hour at a time, it's going to take me a lot longer than a month to play World in Flames. The other big reason I haven't set up World in Flames on this table is that it would eat up all of the space, so that would be the only game I could play. And then two, the one thing that I really don't like about World in Flames is that it's really easy. Well, there's a couple things I don't like about World in Flames. I don't want this to be like the one thing. Well, one thing that I find particularly helpful about the Vassal module is having the weather effects on the map. Makes it very easy and clear to understand. When I'm playing on a physical copy, I got to come up with a solution. Like, I saw someone use little cotton balls for Blizzard and stuff, and I thought that was cool, but I don't know. I also have to clip it and sort it. In any case, one thing that I desperately wish for Australian Design Group to do is to bring Days of Decision up to Collector's Edition standard, because I would really like to play the whole 1935 to 1945 and beyond. So that's kind of my prelude to A Gathering Storm, which is that prelude game. It covers 1935 to when war breaks out. So I have not played World at War. I have the rules off to the side, and they're a breezy 200 pages. And much has been made about the rules of A World at War and Gathering Storm and all that, so I don't want to hammer on too much, but I'm definitely very intrigued of getting the sandbox aspect of it, and I think that Cataclysm is just a little too light for my liking. So there's a good chance that I'll play this next. Waterloo. I really liked the Eagles series. I played Quatre Bras 6 months to a year ago, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. However, I don't think that battle is very interesting. I think as part of a larger, when you match it up with Ligny, I think that's more interesting. But I like the system. I just don't think it was a very interesting situation. Waterloo, is a big battle, and it's the definitive battle. But again, I don't know how interesting it is, to be frank. And Napoleonics designers, if you're out there, please listen to what I'm about to say, because this message is for you. Please stop designing games based on the 1815 campaign. We understand what happened. Napoleon lost. It's over. It's the end. Okay, I understand that maybe these games probably sell a little bit better than something based on, I don't know, Austerlitz, Wagram, any of the other campaigns. Please make more games about basically anything before 1812. Okay. That was my attorney. She told me that I probably should issue an apology. So, hey, it's nothing personal. I like to see the French Republic win. What can I say? And I like games where the battle situations are a little bit more interesting. But again, the problem with Waterloo is that this is the big one, 2-mapper. It's probably a stretch to fit it on my other table. Definitely won't fit on this table. This one I probably could. It's just one map and then a ton of charts which I can spread out down the table. Alright. So these are 2 contenders. I'll probably change my mind between now and whenever I get a chance to do it. So let's take a quick look and see what's over on the other table. We'll say hello to Devu. Hi, Devu. Okay. All right. So this is Blocks in the East. Let's see. Okay. It's probably a good look at it. This is Blocks in the East. It's part of the Blocks trilogy. And my Italian's pretty rusty. So let's see. It is published by Vento Nuovo Games. It's a good try. Anyway. Alright. So I'm just in the process of getting this game set up, and I'll be honest, this is a game I've set up 2 or 3 times before, and I've poked around the introductory scenarios, but now I'm really looking to give it a good run. What's really nice about this system is basically you have 3 layers of rules. So you have the starter rules, which are 10 to 12 pages, and if you played a block war game before, I think you'll be able to pick up the concepts really quickly. There's a couple of things that make the game unique, but the introductory game, it's not reinventing the wheel. That's not to say that it's not a good game. Not every game needs to be innovative. There are things that have been going into games for a while because they're bread and butter and staples for a reason. Anyway, then you start to layer in, some of the advanced rules, and all of a sudden you've got a game with a lot more detail, and it becomes something in between the Columbia's Blocks games and something maybe closer in detail to I don't know what a good comparison would be. I probably should have thought of that before I started recording. But you have you add details like air reconnaissance, right? You add details like oil, using oil to power up your armor HQs to activate units. So you have to plan, your oil moves, and of course the Axis is going to be limited unless they can get to, Stalingrad. Actually, I think I pointed more towards Kharkov. Stalingrad is there. And actually, of course, the oil is not in Stalingrad. The oil is mainly in the Caucasus, down where my finger is going, in the mountain range there. In any case, you have all of that, and then you can go even further and take a look at some of the optional rules. I don't got my optional rules here. Let's take a look. Reserves, garrisons, heavy siege guns, strategic bombing. So like the whole like strategic warfare is not even really, you know, part of the even the advanced system. You can build factories, airborne units, amphibious units. So there's really a lot. So you start with a very simple game, and then you can work up to, I would say, a moderately complex game. And then, you know, imagine where my hand is. You know, you have the western half of the theater, and where my finger goes here, you know, you have the med front as well, and then you've got the outline for blocks in Europe. Now, I would love to play blocks in Europe, but I don't have the table space for it. And I was kind of hoping that maybe I would play that at the Compass Games Expo, but ended up going with World in Flames this year. So maybe I will try that, try to get a match of that next year. Of course, I haven't played it, and Blocks in Europe is very complex. So I haven't played it. If I had gotten a match for it, I would have, you know, spent the last couple of months learning it so I could play it pretty well. Anyway, here's some of the blocks, and there are a ton of blocks. This is not my organizing system. I received this game in a trade, but if I'm being honest with you, that's probably how I'm going to stick with it. Although I might separate out start units from reinforcement units at least, because that kind of makes games a little bit quicker if you can just have the setup units in one pile. Alright, so that's enough rambling for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you saw something interesting. And again, you know, to enter the contest, simply subscribe and leave a comment. Please leave a nice comment, as I'm thin-skinned and I like compliments. That's only like 30% of a joke. What I do want to hear is just, you know, what kind of videos you liked, what would you like to see more of. That way I can kind of get an idea of what kind of content you guys would like to see. So, this is Mike. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye.